Hey everybody, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today on our 2019 Ford F-150, we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install the DeeZee Tailgate Assist. So without a tailgate assist, we all know how they work. You know, once you unlatch it, they're going to drop down with speed unless you're steadily kind of helping it come down. Not really a huge deal in most cases, but the times when you got your hands full or it's real cold outside, something like that, you don't want this tailgate to get away from you, slam down, and you could potentially not only damage the tailgate, but the hinges and stuff like that as well. So by adding that assist, it's really going to help slow things down and keep it safe and predictable. So now that we've shown you how the tailgate comes down without an assist, let's see how it works with our tailgate assist. So really nice actually. Open it up. No hands, comes down nice and smooth and steady. You don't have to worry about it slamming or anything like that. And honestly, it does a great job at what it's supposed to do. And it's just a really nice accessory to have. It just makes life a little bit easier. So the way that the tailgate assist works is really simple. It's just a shock absorber more or less that's connected to your bed and to the bottom of your tailgate. That way, whenever you open that tailgate up, this is going to really help slow it down and give it that steady pace that it needs without having to worry about it slamming or anything like that. So there is one thing I do want to mention, and that is whenever you go to raise the tailgate assist isn't really going to make it any harder or easier than what it was before. So it really doesn't affect that portion. It's really just going to help with it lowering. But with that said, just a nice little accessory to have, you know. Matter of fact, a lot of the fully loaded trucks come right out of the factory with an assist like this. So something easy you can do to make life a little bit more simple. Now, as far as the installation goes, really straightforward. You take out a couple bolts and pop it right into place and be done before you know it. So really shouldn't give you a whole lot of issues or take up a whole lot of your time. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and put it on together now. So to begin our install, we're going to need to be working over here on the driver's side. Going to lower your tailgate. And if we look right here, we're going to have a couple of bolts. And what we're going to do, this one on top, we're going to completely remove. And the one on the bottom, we're just going to loosen it, maybe about halfway, something like that. So I'm going to take a 10 millimeter and get this one completely pulled out. And then we can move down to our bottom one here and get it just loosened up. Yeah, so about halfway feels about right. And then what we can do is grab this plate, and the way this is going to work is this notched out part is going to slide in behind the head of this bolt, and this oval shaped opening is going to line up with the one that we removed. We'll just kind of set that in place and tighten this bolt up just a little bit so it keeps it a little more steady. And then the kit's actually going to come with a Allen head bolt. And this is what we're going to use to put into this attachment point there. So I just grabbed a 5 millimeter Allen key. And we'll get this one started. Once that's started, we can come back and tighten both of the bolts down. Now what we can do, if you follow our cable up to this portion of our bed here, we need to actually remove the cable. So if you just kind of lift up on the tailgate a little bit, You can just pop that off, and we're going to remove this bolt. So they actually give you a tool to do that. A lot of times I found that this is really tight, and this will work, just takes some more effort. However, if you have one that can go on a socket, I'd suggest using it. So now I'm going to do, and with this one, we're going to go ahead and completely remove it. Now once this is out, what we can do is grab our other bracket, and we want the ball here to be facing down towards the ground. So we want to make sure to install it like this. We're going to use that factory bolt that we just pulled out, put it through the bracket, and thread it back into position. So the kit does come with some pieces of Mylar, and these are to be used in those areas where the components come close from opening and closing your tailgate. So in the instructions, they give you a diagram more or less of the size of piece you can cut out and where you need to place it. So I went ahead and trimmed it up. And with this, you just make sure that surface is nice and clean, and it's a big sticker more or less. So just put it in place, and this should help protect our paint. If the components do get a little bit close over time, we're not going to have to worry about it getting scratched or anything like that. So now we can actually grab our shock here and the narrow end, this end here that has the rod that actually moves in and out. That's going to have to go over the ball on our tailgate side. Now the way this works, super simple. You just line this up and it just pushes onto that ball. I'll get that lined up. Pushed into place. And then we can raise this up. And what I'm going to do is lift up on our tailgate. And try to get it lined up. Push it in place. Can lower it back down. Then we'll take our cable here and reinstall that as well. And that'll finish up our look at and our installation of the DeeZee Tailgate Assist on our 2019 Ford F-150.